My name is Craig Mullen, and I'm a member of the Congregation Council here at St. Luke's Lutheran Church, and I'd like to welcome all of you to the 1997 Bottle Band concert. Unfortunately, we do have a bit of a problem tonight. As you're probably all well aware, the Bottle Band appeared on the David Letterman Show last December, and ever since then the demands on their time and requests for their appearances have increased dramatically. At the moment, they're returning from a job they had earlier today in New York City, and their plane is a little bit late, but it won't be too late. Professor Phillips called a short time ago from the airplane. They are over Gary, Indiana at the time, and they will be along shortly. What Professor Phillips has asked me to do is to show for you the tape of the Bottle Band performance last December on the David Letterman Show. So if you turn your attention to our big screen TV over here on the right, on your left, enjoy the Letterman Show.
From New York, no more late nights for me, Grandma. It's the Late Show with David Letterman. Tonight, John Travolta. From New York, Julia Margulies. And the St. Luke's Bottle Band.
Is on the program, Juliana Margulies, and with the real reason to stay tuned tonight, all the way from Illinois, we have the St. Luke's Bottle Band. Do you have any idea what a bottle band is, Paul?
I do have an idea.
What is it, Paul?
I think they probably play glass bottles.
In what manner? In what fashion?
Pitch,
yes.
maybe by blowing on them or hitting on them.
They're blowing and hitting.
And I'm willing to bet.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's not all.
Yes.
Yes, they blow on the bottles. Yes, they strike the bottles.
Yes.
Is that all? No. That's not all. There's another manner in which they produce music with the bottles. The St. Luke's Bottle Band. Over like 4,000 bottles, I'm told.
What is the other?
What, how many? 120. 120 bottles. Right here, performing as a special. And this wasn't in TV Guide, by the way. We're doing this because we love you. This is an extra holiday treat. The St. Luke's Bottle Band, all the way from a town in Illinois, the name of which we don't know at this point. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're like me, it's just not the holiday season until you've heard a stirring Christmas medley performed by a bottle band. Well, tonight is the night. Do me a favor, please welcome the St. Luke's Bottle Band and its co-founder, Doris Phillips.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to St. Luke's Church. I would first of all like to apologize to all of you for our late arrival. Even hit the lights, ushers. Thank you.
Sorry.
I want to apologize for our late arrival. As Craig said, we were in New York today. We were out at Carnegie Hall, actually, performing. It was the first time a Bible band had ever appeared at Carnegie Hall. And it was a big success. But unfortunately, the travel arrangements between here and New York were kind of a nightmare. Even on the way out, we had a problem. We pack our bottles in specially made containers when we travel, and we check them with the luggage. And when we arrived at LaGuardia in New York, we found out that our bottles had mistakenly been sent to Pittsburgh. So we called the airlines, they tracked them down, got them on a plane back to New York. Fortunately, they arrived just in time for the concert. And then on the way back to Chicago, the bottles arrived in Chicago and we were sent to Pittsburgh. So it's been really difficult, but we're here now and we're very glad that you're here. We hope you enjoy our show this evening, which we are entitling Classic Bottle Band. And classic has kind of a double meaning. Classic in the sense that many of the pieces we're going to be performing for you tonight are based on classical music themes or songs. But also we're going to be doing pieces that have become classic bottle band pieces, ones that the audiences have requested that we do again and again. So we've got some new things, some old things, and we hope you enjoy our show this evening. The first work we're going to perform for you tonight is from Tchaikovsky's The Nutcracker, and it's the march from The Nutcracker. And I would like to introduce to you now our soloists for this piece. First of all, on the violin, our concert mistress, Miss Judy Yehudi. And then on the kazoo, the very lovely and talented Miss Betty Sulu Fleming. In addition to performing with the Bottle Band, Betty Sulu also teaches music appreciation at the DeVry Institute of Technology. So here we go now with our first work on the program, Tchaikovsky's March from the Nutcracker. Thank you very much. Many people have asked us how it was that we happened to get onto the David Letterman show. And what happened was we were on a local television show here in Chicago a couple of years ago. Actually, it's called Wild Chicago. Probably many of you have seen that show. It's on Channel 11. Now, they go around and do a little segments on various interesting and unusual groups in and around the city of Chicago. And they did a piece on us a couple of years ago, and the producer for that show sent that tape to the Letterman producers. Producers often trade tapes about various things that they think would be interesting. And the Letterman people were very interested in our bottle band. Actually, what they were most interested in was my mother, Doris Phillips, who at the age of 81 is the oldest living bottle band player in North America. Perhaps the world, I'm not sure. But they were very intrigued by this 80-year-old lady that played in a bottle band. And so the intention was to fly her out with the band, and she would be interviewed by David Letterman first, and then we would play. And we had that in mind all the way up to the point in which we got out onto the stage at the show. And then the stage manager realized that the show had run late. Those shows are always kind of indeterminate. And he said, don't do the interview, just go right to the song. So it was at the last minute that the interview was cut. And that's why the introduction that David Letterman gave us doesn't make a lot of sense, because he said, if you remember, please welcome the St. Luke's Bottle Band and its co-founder, Doris Phillips. And then you never find out who Doris Phillips is. They never mentioned my name at all. But presumably in the interview that would have come out. But the interview was canned, and David didn't even have a chance to redo the introduction. So that's why it seemed kind of strange. And it was a very short piece, but we really enjoyed being out there, and it was a lot of fun. We're hoping maybe we can get our own television show sometime in the future. And then we'll invite David Letterman and his mother to be on our show. And we'll see how much time we give them. Our next selection is again by a Russian composer. This composer's name is Dmitry Kabalevsky, and this piece is also from a ballet called The Comedians. This particular piece is called The Comedian's Galop. And you may not recognize it by its title, but I'm sure many of you have heard it played in various places. It's often used to accompany jugglers or magicians. It's a very high-spirited, energetic piece, and we have arranged it for our bottle band. This is a piece that we call pure bottle band music. By that I mean that the bottle is the only instrument that is used in this arrangement. Many of the pieces we will play tonight will have a violin or a kazoo or a vocalist, but this piece is done completely on bottles. So here is our bottle band arrangement of The Comedian's Galop. Thank you very much. While we're getting set up for the next piece, I would like to take a few minutes to conduct a kind of a market research survey, if you don't mind. We're always interested in the makeup of our audiences, so if you'll just raise your hand in response to these questions, I'd appreciate it very much. First of all, how many of you are here tonight at a bottle band concert for the first time? Okay, a pretty good number. How many of you are here for the second time? Okay, not quite as many. How many of you have been to at least 3 or more bottle band concerts? Oh, quite a few repeat customers here. That's good. How many of you are here tonight because a friend invited you to come along? Okay. How many of you are here tonight because a friend forced you to come along? How many of you would rather be doing something else tonight? We have a television set down in Fox Hall. And we'd appreciate it if you would not play your radios too loudly with your earphones. Anybody here tonight from out of state? Geography major over here. Last time I looked, Downers Grove was still in Illinois. Any other out-of-state people? Right here?
Wisconsin over here.
Wisconsin?
Indiana.
Where are you from, sir? Texas. Wow. Where are you from? Minnesota. Did you drive here just to see us? I don't think I'd drive to Minnesota just to see you. We appreciate your dedication. That's great. Any other states represented?
New Mexico.
New Mexico. My goodness. We expected Wisconsin, Indiana, but New Mexico and Texas. What else? Kentucky? Over here? What's that? I didn't hear the name. Kentucky. Oh, okay. Great. Anybody here tonight from another country? Downers Grove is kind of another country. Last night we had some people here from Sweden, so that was a real treat. How many of you plan to go to a local restaurant after the concert tonight? Any of you? One right there? One here? Okay. How many of you plan to have some people back to your own house for refreshments after the concert? Right there? Where exactly do you live? Where? I'm sorry, where? Right down the block? Oh, well, see, we're not having a cast party. Would you mind if 25 or 30 of us dropped over? Really? Oh, that's great.
529 North.
529. Everybody hear that? 529. He's invited the entire, what's that? A lot of brownies. Wow. Okay. You said it. Party for everyone. And as I said, we do have a television set in the intermission, in the Fox Hall for intermission, and it should be done before the fourth quarter is over. So you don't have to leave. Thank you very much for the survey information. And we will move along now to our next piece. This piece is again a ballet selection. In fact, it was written by the same composer as the first piece, Tchaikovsky. And it's from the same piece, actually, The Nutcracker. This is the very popular Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. And we thought that since we are doing a ballet selection, that we ought to perhaps add a little choreography to this piece. So in addition to the music, we will have some choreography. This piece features an instrument we call the bottle-o-phone. The bottle-o-phone is it's the instrument there on the middle row of tables. It sounds something like a xylophone, and it looks something like a bar. And this will be a very featured instrument for this piece. So here is our bottle band arrangement of Tchaikovsky's Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. Thank you. There's a lot of sugar in that fairy, I'll tell you. People who come to bottle band concerts for the first time are often curious about what kind of bottles we use in the bottle band and how we get the various notes that we play. All the bottles are filled with different levels of water, and the amount of water determines the pitch. The bottles that we blow on, the higher notes are played on standard 12-ounce brown beer bottles that you see mainly in the front row. The official bottle of the bottle band is the Leinenkugel. We found that the Leinenkugel gives us the best tone quality out of all the hundreds of brands that we have sampled. And then the lower notes are played on the 1.5-liter green sangria wine bottles in the back row. Some people refer to these as jugs, but we like to stay away from that term if possible. We are not a jug band, we are a bottle band. You may find this hard to believe, but bottles actually do wear out after you play them for a while, not unlike the reed on a clarinet or an oboe, and they do have to be replaced at regular intervals. As a matter of fact, I would say that well over 50% of our rehearsal time is devoted to the preparation of new instruments. So, I would imagine that many of you, even if you're not opera lovers, are aware of the distinguished trio of male singers known as the Three Tenors: Placido Domingo, Jose Carreras, and Luciano Pavarotti. They've been on many television shows, they've released CDs, they're very popular at this point in their career, and obviously people of that caliber are well beyond the budget of a group like the Bottle Band. However, I did discover a few months ago that not the Three Tenors, but the wives of the Three Tenors have gotten together, and they are also trying now to make a career as singers. So far, they have not been hired by anyone. I called them a few weeks ago and asked them if they would like to appear with the Bottle Band, and they were very excited about doing this because this is their world premiere performance. So we're incredibly happy to have them here tonight, and would you please now give them a warm welcome, not the Three Tenors, but the wives of the Three Tenors, Mrs. Luciano Pavarotti, Mrs. Jose Carreras, and Mrs. Placido Domingo. These three ladies are going to sing the very popular Italian song Funiculi Funicula, which their husbands have sung on many occasions. They are not going to sing the original lyrics, however. They have written some special words just for tonight's performance. So here now are the wives of the Three Tenors and the Bottle Band in Funiculi Funicula.
My husband is Luciano Pavarotti, we knew it would.
Our husbands told us we could never do this. They said we'd choke.
Quickly a joke.
So now, this is our chance to really show them
That all along,
the jerks were wrong. They are famous, called the 50 men, but have they sung with the bottle band? Yes, I have sung, yes, I have sung, yes, they have sung, yes, we have sung. They are in demand, but we sung with the bottle band. Oh, they are in demand, but we sung with a bottle band.
Thank you. Thank you very much. When we discovered that these ladies were coming to sing with us, of course, we thought it would be appropriate to do more than just one song. So we began discussing what other pieces they could sing with us, and they were very excited when they found out that already in the bottle band repertoire is the popular Italian song O Sole Mio. And so that's the song we're going to do for you next. However, our arrangement of this piece is a unique one. We do a Spike Jones arrangement of O Sole Mio. For those of you that are not familiar with Spike Jones, he was a percussion player back in the 1940s and 50s, and he had his own band for a while, which was known for its very unusual arrangements and very strange sound effects. And I'm a graduate of the Spike Jones School of Music, actually, so a few years ago I decided that I should pay tribute to Spike and do an arrangement for the bottle band, and I chose to do O Sole Mio. So we're going to do that piece tonight, but the three ladies, instead of singing, will be instrumentalists, and they will be doing some of the special instruments that we use for this piece. The vocalist for our arrangement of O Sole Mio will be our own Jim Pearson on tenor. Let's give Jim a warm round. And we'll be joined by Judy Yehudi on the violin, Arisudu Fleming and Sonny Vella on percussion, Bert Olson on the banjo, and I will be participating in this piece as well on the trombone. So here is our Spike Jones arrangement featuring the wives of the three tenors of O Sole Mio.
Oh,
warm reception for the three ladies. Well, I have a couple of announcements here before the next piece. One is we are very happy to inform you that once again the Bottle Band will be performing at Ravinia this year. The date is December 27th. So bring a couple of extra blankets and some hot chocolate. Also, I would like all of you to know that several members of the Bottle Band do teach privately in their homes. If you would like to start taking lessons or perhaps get one of your children started on the bottle, playing on the bottle. I know that many parents are reluctant to spend a lot of money for a new trumpet or a new violin, but for the cost of a six-pack, you can get your child started on music. We also have a Suzuki Bottle Band here at the church. So if you're interested in any of these programs, do speak to me after the performance. Our next selection is not a classical piece of music, although it is kind of a classical piece from the American Musical Theater. This is a piece from the musical Carousel, which was written many years ago by Rodgers and Hammerstein. Carousel takes place at a carnival, and the main character is a carnival barker. And Richard Rodgers wrote this wonderful piece called the Carousel Waltz, which really has a great way of capturing the feel of what it's like to be at a carnival or and be around a merry-go-round, you know, during a carnival performance. So we're going to do our arrangement of that piece. Here is our Bottle Band rendition of the Carousel Waltz. Thank you. Thank you very much. All successful musical groups have to have a support group behind them to help raise money and provide moral support. And the Bottle Band is no exception. We have a group here at the church called the Friends of the Bottle Band. Well, actually, since there's still only one member, it's technically the friend of the Bottle Band. And he's going to speak to you this evening about some fundraising drives he's having, and also about intermission activities. So please welcome now the friend of the bottle band, Mr. Craig Moen.
Yes, we have had some trouble in the past recruiting new members for Friends of the Bottle Band. I think that part of the problem is that people have a mistaken notion that in order to be a member of Friends of the Bottle Band, you also have to be a member of St. Luke's Lutheran Church. Well, that just is not so. We realize that interest in bottle music is worldwide, and Friends of the Bottle Band is open to all lovers of bottle music. Like other types of support organizations, we've established various levels of membership in Friends of the Bottle Band. If you donate $10, you become a friend of the Bottle Band. For $20, a dear friend of the Bottle Band. For $50, a close personal friend. If you pay $100, you become an intimate friend. And for $500, you become that special someone. We recently consulted with a marketing expert about how we could increase membership in Friends of the Bottle Band, and that expert has recommended that we establish some new levels of membership. Accordingly, I am pleased to announce tonight 3 new levels of membership in Friends of the Bottle Band. If you donate $5, you become a frugal friend of the Bottle Band. For $2, a casual friend of the Bottle Band. And for 50 cents, a tightwad, penny-pinching cheapskate friend of the Bottle Band. There is now no reason for you not to join Friends of the Bottle Band. In order to stir up interest in becoming a member of Friends of the Bottle Band, we have a contest for you tonight. Your job is to guess the number of pieces of candy in the bottle. Now, in a few minutes, we'll be having intermission, and I will be downstairs in Fox Hall with the bottle so that you can look at it more closely. I'll also have ballots down there that you can fill out with your name and your guess. And during the second half of tonight's performance, I will announce our 3 winners and distribute the prizes. Thank you.
Thank you, Craig. Yes, we will be having an intermission after this next piece, and all of you are invited to go downstairs to Fox Hall, 1 level below us here, for some refreshments. You may use either exit in the gym, the one at the rear of the gym or the one up here. The refreshments are free, but we will take a free will offering, and all of the profits from the refreshments will go to the youth from St. Luke's Church who are going to New Orleans this summer for the nationwide youth gathering. And we simply ask that you not bring any food back with you into the gym when you come back for the second act. Please do take your time, have a relaxing intermission. We have some rehearsing to do for the second act, so no need to hurry. And our final work on the program for the first half is another piece of music from the American Musical Theater. This is a piece based on a selection from the popular musical Les Miserables. And those of you that know that piece or that musical know that there's a scene in there that takes place in an inn, and it's the song is called Master of the House. And the soloist for that piece is the somewhat bawdy, seedy innkeeper. And our version of this selection we are calling Bottles in the Band. And the soloist for our piece is the seedy, somewhat bawdy Betty Sue Fleming. So please welcome her now, Betty Sue. As I said, this piece is based on a song called Master of the House. Our version is called Bottles in the Band. So here is our bottle band version of Master of the House, Bottles in the Band.
Welcome, my friends. How do you do? I'm glad to see so many of you. We want you all to understand easy all like this. Pull it down again and it will sound like this. Everybody loves the bottles. Everybody thinks they're grand. Everybody clearly loves the bottles in the band. How did we get this vast array of instruments that we have played? It was hard work, we were devout, we were the ones to empty them out. Yes, we paid some price, what a sacrifice! What someone had to do with to get these nights. Bottles in the band, listen to the flow. We can play them now, candy people. Bottles at ourselves, bottles to one next. If you want the drawing bottle, we've got facts. We just want to play the bottles. We can play them all night long. If you'd like to join us, grab a bottle now and go along. Try to stay in tune and remember that water can evaporate and make you flat. Keep the fire in, yes, that is a rule. You can lose the beach if you begin to drool. Everybody loves a bottle. Everybody thinks they're grand. Everybody wants to go. See a bunch of people blow. Everybody clearly loves the bottles in the band.
Thank you very much. Well, the bottle band is, of course, available to play for weddings. The advantage to hiring us is that we will take care of all your musical needs for the day. You won't have to worry about hiring an organist and a soloist for the ceremony and then a band for the reception. We will do everything in one package deal. And what we would like to play for you now is an example of one of our classic wedding processions. This piece is based on the popular wedding processional called Trumpet Voluntary, and of course we call our arrangement Bottle Voluntary. And this is another example of what we call our pure bottle band pieces. This piece is scored for nothing but bottles, the blowers, the bottle-o-phone, and the pluckers. So here is our bottle band arrangement of Trumpet Voluntary called Bottle Voluntary. Thank you. I'm curious to know if anybody in the audience tonight is getting married soon. Over there?
You're hired.
Wow, that was fast. What is the date?
December 27th.
An outdoor wedding at Ravinia. Anybody else getting married? Well, speak to us after the show. I'll give you one of my cards, okay? While we're getting set up for the next piece, I did want to talk to you a little bit about our bottle band sweepstakes. We did this contest a couple years ago, and it was very successful, so we're going to do it again. It's very easy to enter the sweepstakes contest. All you do is go to your local supermarket and pick up a 2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola, either a Diet Coke or regular, and you take off the cap and look inside, and if you see a little picture of a bottle inside the cap, then you know that you are a potential winner. And so you take this cap and you go to a McDonald's restaurant, and when you order your food, you give them this cap, and they will give you this little bottle cutout made of cardboard here, shaped in the shape of a bottle, and it has 3 little silver squares on it. And you scratch off one of the squares, not 3, but just one of them, and if you see a picture of me underneath the square you scratch off, then you know that you are a semi-finalist. And so then you put your name and address on the back of this card, and you mail it to the Reader's Digest. And then they will have a drawing, and if you are one of the 5 million finalists, they will send you this packet of information here, which you read carefully, and you fill out the top portion of it, and you mail that to Ed McMahon. And then Ed will personally draw the name of the grand prize winner, who will receive an opportunity to appear with the bottle band as a soloist on Star Search. So it's a very exciting contest, and we hope that many of you participate. Well, we are, of course, Lutherans here at St. Luke's Lutheran Church. And because we're Lutheran, we hear a lot of music of Johann Sebastian Bach, who was a great Lutheran composer. And over the years, I've developed a love of Bach. And I've often wondered what Bach would be like if he were alive today. What kind of music would he write? What would he like to do? Would he like basketball and baseball, for example? And I kind of combined my love of Bach and baseball and ballads, the 3 Bs as I call them, and composed this piece, which is a tribute to Bach and baseball. I call it Baseball, Joy of Fans Desiring. And, this piece will feature our violinist, Miss Judy Yehudi, as one soloist, and I will be performing in this work as well as another soloist. So here is our tribute to Bach and baseball, called Baseball, Joy of Fans Desiring. Thank you. Thank you very much. We had some people ask at intermission if there were any tapes available of the bottle band. And yes, there are tapes available. We do have a gift shop here at the church. It's down in the southwest corner of the boiler room. It's not open tonight, but do stop by during the week. We have tapes not only of performances, but also we have tapes about the bottle band, kind of documentary style tapes. I just brought 3 of them with me here tonight. One of them is called Behind the Scenes with the Bottle Band. Then we have Inside the Bottle Band and Underneath the Bottle Band. That's the most interesting of the 3. Then we have, also we have books at the gift shop, books about the bottle band and other subjects. One of them that I am very impressed with and recommend highly is a book that was written by one of the members of our bottle band, Joyce Robinson. Joyce is a musicologist, and she has been doing a lot of research into the life of Ludwig van Beethoven, the great German composer. And it is her thesis that Beethoven actually had his own bottle band in his time. This was not a well-known fact at the time. He kept it quiet, but Ludwig would gather together with some of his friends on weekends in his basement, and he would write these experimental pieces for the bottle. And Joyce has documented all this quite well, and it's very interesting reading. The title of it is Beethoven's Other Fifth. history buffs. Our next piece is a bottle band classic in the sense that we have done this piece many times over the years, and it's one of the most requested pieces we do, Lady of Spain. We did this many years ago when we saluted the Olympics, and this was our piece of music to honor the country of Spain. I remember as a kid hearing this piece on television, and I always associated with the accordion. I remember listening to the Ted Mack Amateur Hour, and they'd have an accordion player, and the player would do Lady of Spain, and it was always very exciting, and they'd get to the last chorus, you know, and there'd be the vibrato on the accordion. So I said, if we're going to do this piece, we're going to have an accordion, even though nobody in the bottle band knows how to play one. So we figured out a way around that problem, and I'd like to introduce to you now our soloists for this piece. First of all, our three caballeros, Chuck Engelson, Bert Olson, and Gary Cartwright. Please a warm round of applause for the charming and talented Lady of Spain, Miss Joyce Robinson. So here is our bottle band arrangement of Lady of Spain. Thank you. That always sends chills up and down my spine. Well, we have a number of very talented musicians in the bottle band, people that play instruments other than the bottle. But I think the most unusual instrument that anybody plays is the bagpipes. And we have a person who actually played as a soloist with us a few years ago. She's now a member of the bottle band. And she did a medley with us a couple of years ago. We're going to repeat that again this year. And I hear her coming up the stairs now. So please a warm round of applause for our bottle band bagpiper, Miss Emily MacArthur Lee. There is not a lot of music written for the bagpipes and bottles. There's actually not a lot of music written for the bagpipes and any other instrument, because obviously the bagpipes tend to dominate whatever group they're playing in. The only instrument that we have that would stand a chance with the bagpipes is the kazoo of Betty Sue Lou Fleming. And so we'll be bringing her out in just a couple of minutes. Obviously, bagpipes play with drums quite frequently. The drums are powerful enough to play with the bagpipes. So we have assembled a percussion ensemble here tonight to go along with the bagpipes and the kazoo. So please welcome now our St. Luke's Bottle Band Percussion Ensemble. You may be wondering why they're all wearing cowboy hats. We're going to be doing a Western medley for bagpipes and kazoo. Actually, the bagpipes were not a popular instrument with the American cowboy. For a couple of reasons. One is that it's pretty hard to play the bagpipes when you're riding on a horse. Around the campfire, it just doesn't sound right. So the harmonica was much more popular. You could keep it in your pocket. The other reason is that if you play the bagpipes around cattle, one of two things happens. Either the cows get very scared and they run away, or the bulls become very attracted to the bagpipe player. But there really is no reason that cowboy songs and Western songs cannot be played on the bagpipes, and so what we've done is assemble a little medley of Western and cowboy songs, and we put them together in this medley, and I'd like to introduce to you now the other soloist. Please welcome, of course, the lovely and talented Betty Sue Lou Fleming. The title of this piece is Western Medley for Bagpipes and Kazoo. Perhaps a better title would be Western Medley for Bagpipes versus Kazoo. So here we go now with our Western Medley, the bagpipes, the kazoo, and our percussion ensemble. Thank you. Well, it's time now to find out how you all did on the bottle guessing contest. So once again, with the results of that contest, here is the friend of the bottle band, Craig Coleman.
First of all, I'd like to announce the current score of the Bulls game. So those of you who are taping it and don't want to hear the score, now is the time to put your fingers in your ears and hum to yourself for just the next few minutes. With about 5 minutes left to play in the first half, Utah is ahead 34-27. And now on to the better part. Whose idea was it? The number of pieces of candy in the bottle tonight were 1,384. No one guessed it exactly, but I must compliment you. There were some pretty close guesses tonight, better than the other nights. In third place, we'll have first, second, and third places tonight. In third place, with a guess of 1,357, is Betty Miner. Betty, would you come forward, please? Betty, if you would, stand right over here with Professor Phillips. In second place, with a guess of 1,375 pieces of candy, only 9 off, Robert Yoshioka. Robert, would you come forward, please? Robert, would you stand over here? And our first place winner tonight, with a guess of 1,380, only 4 off, David Moeller Gunderson. Would you come up here, please? David, you stand up here. Have you been to a bottle band concert before?
Yes.
Have you ever participated in the guessing contest before?
No.
Have you ever won anything? Excuse me, you never participated in that. Oh, well. In keeping with our David Letterman theme tonight, you may be aware, if you watch his show, that from time to time he gives away a ham to a member of his audience. Well, of course, he's working with a much larger budget than we have. So instead of giving you a ham tonight, we're giving you a 12-ounce can of Spam instead. Congratulations. Let's stay here. And Robert, you may know, if you watch the David Letterman show, that from time to time he gives away dinners at expensive restaurants. But again, of course, we can't afford anything like that. So instead, what we have for you, second place winner, is a gift certificate for your favorite Starbucks for 1 cup of coffee. Okay, just stay right there. And Betty, have you been to a bottle band concert before?
No, I haven't.
Oh, Betty. You're now about to become a part of a grand tradition at bottle band concerts. Betty, back in 1964, 33 years ago, St. Luke's Lutheran Church observed the 50th anniversary of its founding. This handsome commemorative plate was created for that occasion. We still have several hundred of them left over, and we'd like to have you to have one as our third place winner. Congratulations. Would you step up there, please? It's time for the photograph. Now, this is for the Bottle Band newsletter, so everybody, silly grins now, silly. Thank you.
Let's have another hand for our contest. And thank you all for participating. Well, we come now to the final work on our program this evening. This is a piece that we created especially for our trip to New York this week. we thought since we were going to be performing in Carnegie Hall, we would like to pay tribute to the great city of New York, and we thought we would do something to pay tribute to Broadway. And, because Broadway is the place where so many great musical songs have come throughout the years. We did an adaptation of the musical Cats a few years ago, but we didn't want to repeat that, so we decided to do something a little different. And the title of our musical, instead of Cats, is Cows. This musical is actually made up of several different songs that come from all kinds of Broadway musicals, some of them going back even to the 1930s. So it's kind of a cross-section of the American musical theater. This musical is also a tribute in a way to Gary Larson and his Far Side cartoons, with the cows that he often has doing very human things. So this is our musical tribute to Broadway called Cows. And I'd like to thank all of you this evening for coming to our Bottle Band concert. You've been a wonderful audience. We appreciate your loyalty, those of you that are Bulls fans, and we hope they improve in the second half. So here's our final work now this evening, our Broadway tribute, Cows.
If I were a rich boy, all day long I'd booga booga booga. I wouldn't have to work. I dig a little doobie doo. Shoot the bull 4 hours at a time. Mooga mooga yabba dabba doo. I build a barn with air conditioning and a large screen stereo TV. I have a hot tub where I could shoot golf with Michael Jordan and other bulls who are wealthy just like me. I'd buy imported hay to eat for snacks. If I were rich, would it really be so terrible if my assets were more plentiful? It would make my life so wonderful if I were a wealthy boy. Chewed and chewed, I tasted lots of food I never had before. I'll never know why I became so hungry, why I ate everything inside. I must have put away about a ton of pain with a phrase. Oh no!
There were bulls on the hill, but I never heard them snorting. No, I never heard them at all till there was you. But I never heard them buzzing. No, I never heard them at all till there was you. And there were Angus and big burly longhorns from Texas and Holstein with sweet, gentle faces of black and white. There were bulls on the hill, but I never heard them snorting. No, I never heard them at all till there was you. Milk in town and the walking crowd.
know I'll feel better when I can unload. Oh, yeah.
When I'm calling more. There's just a few more hours, but time is flying by. A few more hours before I say goodbye. Oh, I'm getting slaughtered in the morning. They're gonna slice me very precisely in sections that are really small. It's time for me to go to market, now that they think I'm nice and plump. Some farmer bred me, watered and fed me, and soon someone will roast my rump. Some of my good parts will make us stew. Some of my bad parts will turn into glue.
Oh, he's getting slaughtered in the morning. Ding dong, the cowbells all chime.
Before they broil me, that to spoil me, so get me to the jewel on time. I had a good life, don't get me wrong, but now it's time for me to say so long. Oh, I'm getting slaughtered in the morning, my ribs are gonna all be prime. First disconnect me, make sure they expect me, but get me to the jewel, keep me nice and cool. Be sure to get me to the jewel on time.
It's getting dark here on the farm. Soon it will be time to go back to the barn. So where are the cows? Send in the cows. Humans take trips, stay in hotels, go on vacations to beautiful spots like the Dells. But all we do is go out to the pasture and then, after a while, go back again. Isn't it odd? Isn't it queer? We have to stay on this farm through the year. So where are the cows? Where else are the cows? They're always right here.
Do you hear the cattle singing a song for you today? It is the music of a species that does not have much to say, but we're proud of who we are, and we are proud of what we do, though we are limited to making the sound of moo.
But when we get on the stage like this and hear the bottles blow, there's a transformation in us and the words begin to flow. And all of a sudden we're singing a song from a show. Do you hear the cattle singing a song for you today? It's the music of a species that does not have much to say, but we're proud of who we are and we are proud of what we do, though we are limited to making the sound of moo.
Thank you. If you'd sit down, we'll do the encore. It's been a long day. We want to get out of here. We want to see the fourth quarter. So we thought we'd conclude our piece this evening, our classic bottle band, with another classical piece of music. This is a piece that's often played in Vienna on New Year's Day. It's called the Radetzky March. And when the orchestra plays it, the audience always claps along. It's a tradition. But sometimes it's hard to know exactly when to clap, and if you've ever clapped along with a piece, sometimes you don't want to clap for the whole piece because it's too long, and you know, people start and stop, and they're never sure when to clap, and it's kind of awkward. So tonight, to make things very clear, we're going to provide some clapping instructions for you. So we encourage you to clap, but just pay attention and follow the instructions. Thank you again. You've been a wonderful audience. And now here is our encore, the Radetzky March. Processionals. This is a piece based on the very popular wedding processional called Trumpet Voluntary. Our version, of course, is called Bottle Voluntary. And this is another one of our pure bottle band pieces. The bottle is the only instrument used in this number. We've arranged it for the blowers, the bottlephone, and the pluckers. So here is our bottle band arrangement of Trumpet Voluntary, which we call Bottle Voluntary.